How's it going, everybody?
It's Tori Zohana, and today it's gonna be a little bit of a different video because we got 7-Eleven Hawaii for dinner. Yeah.
Dinner.
And I'm not gonna go and point out every single price. I'm just gonna say that for everything we paid about, I think it was like $47, including a cotton candy for real,
And
which
a large
I love.
Slurpee that I demolished on the way up here.
Yeah, but instead we're just gonna like talk story with you guys while we some way somehow also rate these foods.
And as you guys can see, we are in our hotel room.
Yeah, so very casual video here.
Okay, you go first since you already get yours open. Oh, you know what? I go first. I've been eyeing these things out for a long time.
Yeah, and we didn't know that they have Inari bombs in 7-Eleven. Sorry, let me get my face out of there.
Woohoo! Look at that. Full pocket going down the hatch. Here we go.
It's actually good?
Bruh.
Really?
I'll tell you what. For $5.
Oh.
Huh, seems pretty good.
Wow. You really cannot go wrong with a 7-Eleven spam musubi. $1.95. You know, they're filling. You grab a couple of them, take them on the go. Perfect. If you're new here, my name is Jay, and my husband's name is Kaleo. I'm originally from San Diego.
And I'm originally from Kaneohe.
And so we do go to Hawaii like 1 to 2 times a year to visit family and stuff. So that's why we're usually here. But it's interesting because the experience is a little different because I grew up going to Hawaii and like it's always been a vacation spot versus now that, you know, we're together, like we come here mainly for family and stuff like that. So the adventures look different. Like, you know, we don't go do a lot of like the touristy things that like I would do before and stuff. But oh, this is interesting. This chicken katsu has like chicken skin on it. I don't know if I like that actually. You know, like the squishy chicken skin.
Grilled chicken skin guy.
Wait, this is my first time trying this. It has like a small little kick at the end. For the fact that this was like, so you know, I said I wasn't even gonna tell you prices, but now I'm looking at prices. $6.99, $7 for this plate, and this will definitely fill you up.
Bruh.
I would say this chicken katsu curry, given the price, the size, and the flavor, I would probably give this like an 8
out of 10.
Yeah.
So what is that like on 3.5?
Sorry, yeah, we rate by shakas over here. I would give it a 3.5 shakas out of 5, but that seems pretty low. So let's give it maybe like a 3.8 shakas out of 5.
Yeah, you gotta keep in mind, right? So when you hear 5 out of 5 or like 4 out of 5, you gotta keep in mind that it's not a small number.
I didn't know that there was a plastic wrap separating the chicken and the rice. So I warmed it up with the plastic. It's fine. We're still alive. Little microplastics never hurt nobody. Thank you. But yeah, you see how it has like the actual skin on the chicken katsu? I don't really like that actually. So that's the reason why I rated it a little bit lower. But like I said, the flavor's all there and stuff. I just wish that there wasn't like it wasn't on there and stuff. But I've been really wanting to try 7-Eleven like chicken katsu curry for a long time.
So the Inari bomb, the Inaris, was solid 4 out of 5. It was actually pretty impressive. It's funny. Not as good as K-Bay Bros and it's not as good as our Sister Summer's one, but I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty on. Alright, so this is my first time trying this and I'm really excited about that. A whopping $2.19. $2.19. It is the spicy garlic spam musubi.
Try turning it around. There's like straight up like garlic
pieces.
Like
look
right
at that.
There.
Okay, so the first time trying them, and I grew up in Hawaii, born and raised. I moved out of Hawaii when I was 20. I'm 30 now, so about 10 years. It's been a struggle. It's been a journey, and recently, a couple months back, we decided to start doing content creation, which is what we're doing here. We're here. We're still new to it. A lot of the videos aren't as good as we'd like it to be yet.
But we're still learning.
We're at that stage where like we're smoking shame to walk into public and record. So it's a little rocky, a little shaky, but we are getting better at it. We're getting to a point where we can be courteous to people around us but also not be shamed for record. You know, that's where it kind of goes, is like we feel like we're not being courteous because we're recording. You know what I mean? We kind of smuck and shame, but no, we're getting to a point where it's like we're learning how to be courteous and still record and not draw that much attention to ourselves. Anyway, back to our spam musubi. Obviously, within the last 10 years is when they came up with this. So I'm gonna give this a try right now. Give me 1 second.
Eat them over here.
Oh, I think it's salty.
I think it has sesame though.
I believe it does, yeah. Hold on. No, here you go. Give it a try, buddy.
So if you also know in my series, and I make a big deal about this all the time, I'm allergic to sesame. So a lot of the stuff that, especially in Hawaii, like poke, like I cannot eat because...
And that's why we get so excited when we find stuff that has no sesame in it.
Yeah.
Because we can share it together. Like, I don't like doing stuff without my wife. I don't like experiencing things without my wife. And I would like her to experience the same things I experience, which is the reason why whenever we come here, we don't do touristy stuff. We go Costco. We go, we go see, we go hey ice palm. We do stuff that locals do. And I want to share that experience with her, because for me, it's nostalgic and it's like it's close to my fu'uwa, it's close to my heart, and I want to share that with her. And even when it comes to food, knowing that sesame oil ruins it for her, I get excited and I look at every little thing that I used to eat as a kid and be like, oh babe, no more sesame in this.
Yeah.
And so for this not to have sesame in it is a really big deal to me.
Yeah, I was like,
even right now, it's a big deal to me.
And unfortunately too, like when we do like food adventures and ratings like this, it is like convenient, I want to say, for us to go to like 7-Eleven because the ingredients are all on there.
Yeah. So
I don't feel like I have to be a bother to somebody. But I will say, it's not bad. I would probably give it. Okay, I don't know what. See, like that's the PTSD. I thought that little garlic was a sesame. I was like, wait.
It's not as good as the original. I like the spiciness of it, but it's not as good as the original. With that being said, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. It's super salty.
You can try it. I personally don't think it's super salty, but I will say that there is definitely that garlic flavor. But I don't think like the flavor itself kicks in enough. It's more of just like spicy.
And
like,
salty.
Yeah, and like kind of tastes like shoyu, but I would give it. I'd probably give it like a 3.5 out of 5. It was nothing special, but it was different.
Not as good as the original.
Yeah.
I'll just say that.
Now another thing, I love pork hash, and it's basically Hawaii's version of shumai. And the thing is, I never have had pork hash from 7-Eleven, so this is about to be a journey right now.
I've been telling you that it's been good. It's what we used to do before working construction. We used to work construction, and before work, what we used to do is we'd go and we would grab our lunch. We would grab our 5 musubis, 6 musubis, or whatever, and then we'd grab our monopoles and pork hash, grab our monsters, our nos, whatever energy drinks we needed for the day, whatever drinks we needed, we'd throw them in our cooler, and then we'd be on our merry way. So 7-Eleven offers a lot of different things over here in Hawaii. And like I said, when I was working construction, every day, 6 o'clock on the dot, before our job site, we go to the nearest one to our job site, stop off, grab whatever we needed for the day, and we'd be good to go, bruh.
Oh man,
how you like that?
I actually really like this. The pork hash at like Chunwok Ham is like it's so good, and it's our favorite place to get, but it's like $2 each. Like we didn't realize it was so expensive. I don't remember how much this was, but I know that the pork hash was about like 95 cents each, like individually. So this I will give.
I'm biased, so I'm not even gonna rate that.
No, for real. I give it a 5 out of 5.
It's good.
This is a cut-in from Future J, but I also wanted to say that the shrimp pork hash, 10 out of 10 would do again. Actually like this a lot better than the regular pork hash. And also, strawberry shortcake furrow, also another 5 out of 5 shakas. Anyways, back to our scheduled program.
Alright, it's another flavor that I have never personally seen. Obviously, they came out with it when I was living in the mainland. This is
right there,
the kimchi fried rice spam musubi. This has sesame on it, my love. I'm sorry. But here we go. I seen it and I was like, ooh, what kind of rice is that? And I read it and I was like, here we go. So, here we go.
It doesn't look good so far, guys.
It's different. It's unique. You know?
What is the, like, does a fried rice even make a difference though?
Tastes like Spanish rice.
Oh.
It tastes like Spanish rice with some cabbage in it. It doesn't have no cabbage chunks. None of the things or anything that even remotely resembles kimchi in this rice. It's just red. Here, I'll give you guys an example. Part of the rice is white, and so it's kind of missing spots. The spam is super flat and it's like super thin, so I can't really even taste the spam. The rice itself comes out. It tastes more like Spanish rice than it does kimchi fried rice. Hold on. It's like kind of clashing flavors.
Also, another thing that you guys will notice when you watch our food reviews, I'm such a chunky that I don't care for when things clash. I'm like, the more the merrier. So I always have to really think about like the things that are in it to be like, is it good? Like, is it actually good, or I'm just fat? But he doesn't like when those flavors clash. So he likes to have the individual flavors like poke through.
Okay, so I figured it out. The spam, I don't know if you can see it, but the spam is marinated. Yeah, and the spam is cooked the way it would be cooked if it was on the white rice. If the spam was cooked, not marinated, and was just on the flat top, cooked by itself with no sauce, this thing would be so much better.
You have a rice right there.
Do I? Well,
it's right there.
Found it. If this thing was not marinated and it just was a piece of spam that was cut and thrown onto a skillet or a flat top and cooked normally with no marinade, this thing would be so much better. But because it has the teriyaki flavor from the spam, it clashes with the kimchi flavor and it doesn't really do well.
Did you rate it? I don't know if you rated it. That's my issue too.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I ask him questions when he literally put food in his mouth.
Finally.
Oh, there's the kimchi.
There it is. And that has flavor to it. That had a really good flavor to it. I like that. The end, honestly, super saved it. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. The first half was not the best.
I mean, the first half.
The first half was not the best, but that second half with the kimchi and its spiciness from that kimchi finally pulled true. I can taste the vinegar. I can taste the peppers. Probably if they added more mirin instead of sugar to the marinade, it would have been a lot better.
Moving on to the corned beef hash. So Kaleo, when I first had met him, I had never had corned beef hash, and he used to make me these corned beef hash patties, and he said it was like poor people food or whatever, right? But I loved it, and I've never had it in Hawaii personally. So here's the bowl. This one though, they put something else in this. It's like kind of tastes like shoyu. You can tell they put a little bit of sugar in it.
Probably like a teriyaki sauce on it.
Yeah. You know, like the typical. Here, try this. You have to try this.
Oh yeah, it's like a more smoky flavor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? There's like a different flavor to that.
Yeah, it's definitely like a teriyaki marinade or teriyaki sauce. It's really good. That one's actually smacking.
But this is very interesting because I don't know. Yeah, I like the teriyaki flavor, but I think it is lacking a little bit of salt. I will say that. Maybe it's lacking some salt.
Or some pepper too.
Yeah, I'm gonna just add some shoyu inside because obviously there's already that teriyaki flavor in it, and see if that makes it a little bit better. But as it is base, I would say that this would still be a great like breakfast meal, and I would give this probably I would say a solid 4.1 shakas out of 5. Not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. And like I said, you really can't beat the prices. Because these bowls is affordable, the food is decent, it's good. You know, you could just take it home like how we're doing right now. And
majority of the stuff that you find in the cold section, you can find it in the heated section. And if you can't, you can actually take it out of the cold section and throw it into the microwave at 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
They'll let you warm up your food free of charge.
To show you, by the way, added to it. I actually highly enjoy this now.
Okay. So now here comes the holy grail of all spam musubis. Look at that. You know, even to this day, I talk about these. These is a gift from the Lord Jesus himself to help you clog your arteries and make it full of cholesterol.
That's crazy.
So when I was 17 years old, I used to box and wrestle and play football, and I was diagnosed with high cholesterol. Not the good cholesterol, the bad one. And so the reasoning for that is because the food bank would always give us our spam, and so I always have spam. Yeah, shout out to my mom, because she was the one that was like, oh, maybe you need to stop having spam. And I'm like, maybe I do. So here you go. I'm gonna open up a 7-Eleven in the mainland, and I'm gonna have Hawaii stuff there.
I still have one.
You have one? Cheers.
Tink. I thought we didn't grab too much food until I started eating.
Is it even a question? It's a 5 out of 5 for me. The rice is perfect. The spam is perfect. The sauce is perfect. The nori, there's plenty nori, enough for the thing not fall apart. This spam musubi for $1.95. You cannot beat it. You cannot beat it. The only spam musubi that beats this consistently is the one you make at home by yourself. It's the only one that's gonna beat it.
Going back to the getting to know us thing, Laura, we didn't really talk about why we started YouTube, but kind of how we got into YouTube. Me personally, I have been running Hella Kulit which is a Filipino car aesthetics and streetwear brand, for about almost 5 years now. So I've always had like my feet into like content creation and stuff, but never like long form. And Kaleo, on the other hand, he had never been into any of this, like anything at all. However, he was a master technician at Ford, and we just felt like that wasn't the path that God was calling him to anymore. And so we kind of took the leap of faith to like do this, and also use it as a time to capture memories and like be able to spend time together, and more time together, considering him working a corporate job was really we made do with it, but it was ultimately drawing us like further apart from one another and leaving us a little bit more disconnected. So we put our trust in the Lord that he would show up. And
oh, did he?
Oh, did he?
So right before I personally started doing content creation and making shirts. By the way, if you like my shirt, check me out, commonapano.com. Anyway, before I started making content, I quit Lincoln. She actually encouraged me to start my own catering company. Well, we started the catering company. At first, it was really slow, as most companies are. And the Lord actually helped pick me up, boosted us both, and we actually created a really good, high-functioning, high-yielding company, to a point where we actually became too busy. And I felt like the Lord was saying that we needed to take a step back, and then we moved into content creation. So here we are.
The catering was like a really big blessing financially, especially like in the beginning there. But we come to figure out very quickly that in the same exact way that he was so busy with his other job, like we also were like so consumed by this new job that we were both doing. And like I was still working when I was doing, like I'm also a part-time piano teacher, and there was just like so much going on, to the point where it was like a high stress, and like we were like fighting a lot too. So we had to like understand that we had to like take ourselves out of that situation, and just like obviously seek the Lord further, and like see also what that means for like our relationship. And we came to the conclusion that it was like, this is traveling more, making more memories, doing this whole YouTube journey, like has brought us like closer together in a lot of different ways. By the way, the furils in Hawaii, fire. I love anything cotton candy.
I want to say we're the only state that has it.
No, I feel like I saw one in the East Coast, but I don't know. I could be tripping. But every time I go to Hawaii, I always got to get a furil. They have all these different flavors, both milkshakes and smoothies, and you could pick the thickness. Like it could be regular, thin, or like thick. I get my regular, but this one obviously kind of melted already. But anyways, fire. 5 out of 5. Easy. Anyways, going back to our story, that's kind of why we started YouTube and stuff like that. It's still a work in progress, and we're just like working on, just busting out like content that is
hopefully people enjoy.
Yeah, hopefully people enjoy, but also content that like we hope to enjoy. Like we don't want this thing to like also consume us and stuff. So
we want to be able to show you guys that it's content that we would also watch.
But also just like a huge thing that we have is, am I getting blue? I'm getting blue. A huge thing that like I've always stood by, especially even in my companies before, was that we want to make sure that we have genuine like connections, genuine relationships, genuine conversations. Like what you see is what you get, like especially when you watch us and stuff like that. And ultimately, like, yeah, we want to create content that you guys like and that we also like, but we also have our own values and our own like morals, and ultimately like we want to do things that are honoring to the Lord as well. So that's like a big thing in like our like channel and stuff like that. So we just want to make sure that we don't allow this thing to like consume us, but to just instead like have it as a thing that just runs with us wherever we go, you know. But yeah, we hope that you guys you know, if you guys watched this whole entire thing, that you guys have enjoyed spending dinner time with us here in Hawaii with our 7-Eleven meals. Let us know down in the comments below what type of like 7-Eleven meals you guys usually get, and also like introduce your guys yourselves in the comments down below, because we hope that you guys also enjoyed kind of learning a little bit about us and getting to know us, the Taurus Ohana.
Because at the end of the day, if you're supporting us, you're part of the Taurus Ohana also. This video is a shout out to my brother Kimo. Go Kimo, go. He passed away a couple of weeks ago in near Kualoa. For the Charlotte Ohana, if you guys see this video, I love you guys. And I ask that Jesus comforts you guys during this time of trouble. And to Kiaka Kapahu, all the Kapahus, I love you guys too. And I ask that same thing for comfort. And I pray that you guys find peace in this unsettling time. And so with that being said,
oh, okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
aloha.